want to save my picks. I do like that you just can't pick every lock. You need to have a lot of lock pick things in order to pick them. So you kind of have to like decide what you want to spend your lock picks on. You can't just like go. In a Bethesda game, you can unlock every single lock, just get everything. Here I have to be like, ooh, maybe I should save it for something else. Did you sell flywheel?
Self-diagnostics complete.
Jeremy!
Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
This is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy other mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. Borrowed a copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. You need to read it down the pit. Much obliged. Higgins. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every sentry and drone. It's not my place to say so. Does this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer Choice family. Spacer Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice. If it's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's Choice. C. Higgins. Just finished the routine maintenance of all our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to the logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. I'm guessing this was the work of the visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. I had to do a little bit of sleuthing on my own self. Got my hands on logic module, trying to do a little experimentation. C. Higgins. So okay then. I'm really glad that Obsidian has a new IP that competes with Fallout, because I think that will make Fallout games better when they have to compete. Hopefully they'll play the game, they'll see some ideas this game has, steal them, and make Fallout better. And vice versa. How much do I have to pay per month to mod this game? Is it $100 a month? Oh no, it's free. That's right.
Get away!
All right, someone's coming around the corner.
No, just leave me alone.
Oh, Jeremy, I almost shot you, buddy.
Go away, Phantom.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
You can't say Steam. This is on Epic.
Get ready.
Crit his ass. Right in his weak spot.
Performing.
Got him. Hey, Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Shut off steamer release valves. Hell yeah. $400, not bad. $5, I like it. Bypass shunt. What's on the other side of this wall? Oh, I think I found my way around. Jeremy, no! Don't fire without me! Jeremy! Jeremy, you little badass. What the? He don't need my help. He's just in here killing everything.
That's the last of them.
I think that's the last of them. Oh, I heard that. Well, it's easy now I got a really good weapon. But this weapon will fade in usefulness. These weapons have levels in this. I don't know if he's a permanent companion, but he's a total badass and I want to take him with me. What are my how am I enjoying this game so far? Disclaimer, I liked Fallout 76. I thought it was a fun game to explore on my own solo. I didn't really do the multiplayer stuff in it. Yes, I realized it was extremely buggy. Yes, it felt sloppy and unfinished and more like an asset flip, but it was still fun to explore and read all the stuff and listen to dialogue stuff. But I'm having a lot of fun with this game. It appeals to me as a Fallout fan. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Yes, it's not perfect, but I'm having fun regardless of that.
You're not real. You're not real.
Who are you talking to? This power plant is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be on the inside. Barred. Oh, you can unbar the doors. Aha! That goes back to the entrance. Now we got to figure out how to deal with this power plant. Let's go try to find this Higgins guy and see what the hell his deal is. Like, how the hell is a human still alive even in this place? He sounds a little crazy, though. No, it's not open world like Fallout. It's open world like Borderlands. You know how Borderlands has, like, decently sized chunks of area that's kind of open in each area? Like zones?
You're not real. You're not real.
Hey, Jeremy. Where the hell is he?
Get away! Go away, Phantom!
Higgins? Higgins,
No,
buddy?
just leave me alone.
You cool, buddy?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're eating sprats?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked in these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I've made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of the logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
Why, yes.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I wanted to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
That wasn't what I was asking, like, at all. How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
Like your mom? This place has been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Oh, you missed out on being slaughtered? Aw. I should go. Poor guy. I hate when you miss out on everything your friends are doing, like getting murdered, parties and stuff. Well, I got the 3rd volume of that one guide. That guy would be happy about that. Yeah, this game's pretty good with lots of different characters and stuff and good voice acting. And I love the artwork, the environment art. Like, this is a really cool looking device here. I love it. You can tell that the Fallout New Vegas writers, some of them at least, were working on this game. Definitely has that quality that Fallout 4 was missing. There's no yes, 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 no, but yes answers. Modify behavior. Select new target. Automatically have been mandated to target intruders. Any attempt to alter setting is punishable by company law. Your faction has been noted in permanent records. See Higgins. Please see your supervisor to schedule reprimands to find intruders. All persons or entities not identified as property of space or choice. Would you like to identify the definition of intruders? Select new mode. Error. Space or choice auto mechanicals. Well, I think I killed them all already, so not much else I can do. Alright, now it's time to give people power. Plant status. Redirect power. Warning. Safety failures detected, most likely of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirect power is a irreversible procedure. Processing. Error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Great.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, I'll just go do that real fast.
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
I still haven't decided where I'm going to send the power, lady, so we'll see. Could go either way.
Where'd they go?
One
if we
more.
send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Vale?
What happens to the Vale? I think, the one daughter with red hair gets to become ruler of the Vale?
The last. I'm not sure what the right is. All I know is the decision's final.
Like your answers on Whose Line? I mean, like your answers on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers in power.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Deserters are a community, though. I can't destroy what they've built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
It's okay. With permadeath, I can kill you at any point that I don't like you. So it's fine. Don't worry. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Okay, time to make a decision. We're gonna redirect power to the town. Power successfully redirected to Edgewater. It's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Spacer's Choice is now friendly. But someone's gonna be mad at me. Our reputation decreased, but it's not shoot on sight, which is good. There's no good choice there. There's only shades of gray in the choices there. Yeah, I like how that's what made it good, was that it wasn't just a clear good guys or bad guys choice. It was a complicated choice, and that's good. Dan, sell out already. I need to resub. 1, 3, 5, 7. What do they all have in common? They're what numbers? Prime. Oh, did you guys hear about Twitch Prime? Since you guys are talking about Prime, just click on the sub button and sub with Twitch Prime. You probably forgot about your Amazon Prime membership. It expires every 2 weeks, and you probably forgot about it. I mean, every 30 days. So it's probably sitting there unspent, just sitting in your inventory. You haven't spent it yet. You just need to click that sub button and get that token spent. Don't make sure you spend Bezos's money. Technically money that you gave him, but yeah. Okay, we do need to sleep. Our character is very tired. Let's sleep for 8 hours. Northern Tit, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Worm Fluid, Celine Guy, Dave Wolf, Zeverex, Fat Phony, Hit Away, Aaron's Flow, Low Res, Floating Pork, thank you very much, guys. Of course, there's someone in chat. Those are actually odd numbers. They were not prime. Thank you. Thank you, person in chat. Thank you, always that one person in chat. Always that one person. Well, let's go talk to her and tell her that we shut off her power and she needs to come back to the town. She's probably going to be mad at me, though. She's going to probably be real mad that I shut off her power. Did you just skip all the side stuff in Russian Main Quest? No. We've been playing all day on this. This is just the first area. This is just the first planet of the first area. Yeah, it's like Tutorial Island. Yeah, a lot of readers were saying that this game was about 30 hours long, 30 to 40 hours long, but you gotta remember who's playing. These are the people like from IGN and Polygon where you can see their gameplay videos. Have you guys watched, I think it was Polygon's gameplay video of Doom 2016? Or the one guy who couldn't get past the tutorial in Cuphead. He couldn't even figure out how to double jump for like 5 minutes, and it's just, these people are reviewing games. It's just like, uh-oh. Well, that's because Sword Sucky, that person's really bad and slow.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
What if we get rid of Reed, and then she comes rules the town? I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years.
What?
Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Enough talk. So... Hey.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to Reed and make a real case for myself.
Well, I have one of your data pads.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
I found part 2, found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Well, thank you. Well, now I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
I have part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I should go. Yeah, we've explored the entirety of the map. We have like a maybe one of these spots right here is something. I can't mark on the map. Let's go see if we can find the community center. The last piece should be over there, the community center. And we'll come back. E9 Aru, thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, in this game you can kill anyone you want. There's no essential NPCs. You can murder anyone of your choosing. For any reason. If you want to feel a little Dan Evil and spread some chaos. This might be the community center. Yeah, there it is.
Incoming! Nice one!
Burn for me. Burn for me. Ah, they're melting for me. I love it. Where's his body? Oh, it melted into a powder, didn't it? Whoops. Where's the pile of ash? Yeah, there's either no essential NPCs or very few of them. Ooh, community center. Let's go in here. Uh-oh. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I've gotten some really good gear and stuff, and the combat's gotten way easier and more manageable. This weapon is just god tier. It's so good. Yeah, it's instead of VATS, you have a time slowdown ability, which is similar to VATS, but you don't like target stuff. Time just moves, and you can move while time is slowed down. Now, like, stuck in place. I got him. I need more energy ammo, though. Although we have like 400 rounds, we're okay for now. Where is... Community center? It's in here somewhere. I need maglock, but they don't sell any. Damn.
Watch out!
Oh, someone's upstairs. I got him. I think that was the... He had the key on him. Okay, we're good. Guess that was like the boss guy. Somewhere in this building will be the last tome I need, too, for the other thing. Bones and gears don't mix. Worker injuries affect our bottom line. Use caution when operating heavy machinery. This company is so fucking evil. But I love them at the same time. I love just the balls on these enemies. The people running this corporation just have some major ass balls. What does that do? Encode first aid keycard. We already have that. History of the Emerald Vale exhibit. The history of Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come. It's decorating the main hall of our noble community center. This elaborate diorama memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hardworking spirit of the Spencer family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermized manta queen erected our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature herself. A manta queen? Oh god, what the hell is that going to be? Cannons can be found all over the Emerald Vale in 2 distinct varieties, domesticated and feral. Feral cannons can hunt in packs, while domesticated cannons are loyal companions. But remember, the cannon is still wild animal and should be treated with caution. This display, to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let us have one with science for researchers gave their lives in pursuit of authenticity. Saltuna. The ocean rivers are the heart of the veins of Emerald Vale. The saltunas are highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season. Saltuna are semipolis, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's when our trusted spacer choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, canned, and delivered straight to your dinner table. Lies, lies, lies. These guys lie through their teeth all the time. Weapon parts. What's in here, I wonder?
Clever.
First aid room key. No, that was the other way to get in there. Messages. From I. Rosenberg. Subject key cards. The key card encoder in the library lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting key cards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a key card from the director or one of the workers second floor if you lose your card. Director Pickett. I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this mana queen is wasting all of our budget and holding up the development of the entire exhibit. This has to stop. Hello, Miss Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult manta queen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. We expect an invoice from from our office, including the cost of their gravesite fees as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all the equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at 10% discounts. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunter and Trackers, partner with the Wildlife Eradication Society, wholly owned subsidiary of the Universe Defense Logistics. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna of Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. Oh god, the humor is so good. It's so good. So if I get that correctly, he wants her to pay for their failure to get what she asked for, and then they want to give her a 10% discount to hire the same people again to do it all over again and potentially fail a second time. But it was in the contract, I guess, so she did sign it. I guess she's screwed. Oh my god, I just thought of what this game reminds me of, the looting and stuff. It reminds me a lot of Dishonored. Something about the graphic style and the way the stuff is laid out in the world, it gives me Dishonored vibe. Which Dishonored also looks like Bioshock, so like little Bioshock 2. So I think we're done with this area.
Huh?
Come out!
Incoming!
Get him!
Uh-oh, get out of there.
You got him!
Vaping.
Everyone all right?
We're fine. You just tried to murder me while you sat there and did nothing. But it's fine. It's okay. I have her on passive because if I have her attack, her dumbass AI would get herself killed. It's happened 3 times, so. I don't trust her to fight. Because it's permadeath. Imagine in Fallout or Skyrim if you had your companion would have permadeath and you just let them do whatever the hell they wanted.
Nice.
It's about the same result in this one. Enemies? Ah! Let's just charge in and hit them with my melee weapon or just start shooting at them. Think how many times Lydia died and then she came back. Well, what's in here? I'm curious. Oh, we leveled, didn't we? All right, madam. I'm gonna give you another plasma rifle. We'll see. Maybe if I give her the same weapon I'm using, she'll be OP as well. We'll see. Wait. We're only 7 away from getting bigger headshot damage. I think it's worth it. And we get a perk. Hell yeah. 25% more time dilation. Damage with alone. Walk speed. Sprint speed. Less armor and durability loss. Companion crit chance. Vendor prices. Companion kills. Fast shot when encumbered. 50% time dilation recharge rate. Carrying capacity. I wonder if it'll recharge faster if I do that. I'll do this so I can just carry more shit. Carrying more shit's always nice. Like, you know, so much loot.
Hey, present.
I am a loot whore. I love to loot all the things. If I can have a giant pharmacy in my backpack worth of materials at all times, I still will not be satisfied. I want more. And more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more. Yeah, it is like Fallout, but it's also not like Fallout at the same time, which is one of the best parts.
All together. Everyone all right?
There's some Fallout bits in there, but it's still different enough. Yeah, she actually helped, which was awesome. She wasn't entirely useless that time. Who the hell's coughing over there? I don't like that. Okay, we need to go save the game. We've done a lot of shit.
Here we go. We're pretty good at this.
420 XP, hell yeah. Let's hack this thingy. Unlock second story balcony door. From the marketing division to R. Thompson. Excellent news. Just want to check up on the new Saltina Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product. I think some of them really catch your customers' attention. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They're not interested in your idea of a light version of Saltuna brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. In fact, immediately we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, therefore saving bits to every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, our logistics department has confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the cannering line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less salt tuna, hour after hour, day after day. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and for me. Effectively, your position in our marketing division has been terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Uniform will be deducted from your pay. Welcome. Ideas for salt tuna light taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat with some salt tuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with a satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell saltuna without salt. Also, you can't spell saltuna with ants. Potential to market towards families. Leading scientists say it's still food. The saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. Oh, the humor is just so good in this. It's so good. It's so sassy and sarcastic, just like the original Fallout game. That guy had some great ideas, but, you know, they were like, you know what, let's just not use his ideas, fire him, demote him, and then make him work in the lines. Alright, let's go save. As I haven't saved in a while. Uniform will be deducted from your pay. No, the game is actually pretty stable and not really having any too many issues. Some minor problems here and there, nothing too crazy. Whoops. Okay. Delete that. How much is that worth again? Alright, let's see. We can probably upgrade this baby. Plasma, shock. The difference between plasma and energy is, though. I don't know if it matters. We're breaking weapons down because we can use those parts to upgrade, to repair our weapons with, which is important. Yes, repair everything. Alright, time to try to go convince the leader of the town to step down so that she can come over and cure everybody. I don't know if this is going to work. But we'll try. How viable is melee? You take so much freaking damage from bullets and stuff. I don't know how you would do melee on the hardest difficulty without some, like, shenanigans. It'd be really tough. I can eat the salt tuna and then gain more health. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, if block can block bullets, then it could probably happen. But if it can't block bullets, then it's going to be a problem. She works as a supervisor. I got to go talk to Phyllis as well. Woman named Phyllis. Yeah, the skybox is amazing. Look at that shit. It's just the first planet. It looks amazing. It's so good. Thank you, Majoralol, for gifting a sub to Time Lag. Shell Bullet, Anonymous for the gift sub. Mookie Dude, Fat Halbert, 6pin, Aquafire, Sam B, E9 Aru, and thank you for hanging around. Hope you guys are having fun. Hope you guys are enjoying seeing this game a little bit early, whether you're enjoying it or just thinking about whether you want to get it for yourself or what have you. Let's go to the cannery and gotta find Phyllis. Now it's gotta convince this guy to leave.